Hi there, fellow Republicans. Red wave all the way. Hey, it's about time we take a stand. Enough's enough. I can't be the only one out here pissed off at everything. I'm mad at the Republican side for not doing something. Yeah, you guys think that at home and not uh, just sitting at home talking about it's doing something. That's not enough. You know, all us Republicans out here that went out and voted for our Second Amendment and stuff and tried to do something to better this country. Seen when we went down to the polls that there were enough Republicans down in the polls voting. Sounds like California had a better standout than we did. I went down into Mesa. I was in Mesa. And there was about 115 or so Republicans, and the rest of them were Democrats. And everybody was pretty much talking about the same damn thing. The same damn thing. I seen it on the Democrat side. I seen it on the Republican side. Pretty much everything said the damn thing. They're for abortions, we're against abortions. God darn, man. There was a lot of stuff that I was voting for on the Republican side that the Democrats were voting for too on their ballots that were pretty much the same damn thing. Worded a little different, but the same damn thing. We're for the wall. They're against the wall. Woohoo! They want the lower gas prices or a high gas price. We want the low gas price. But after everything's said and done, they want the low gas price. But they voted straight blue, straight across the board. They didn't put one red mark on there at all. The only reason why I didn't put anything blue on there, even though it sounded the same, in my head I'm thinking it can't be the same. The way the Dems have been doing things out here lately, it's just not enough. Protest, riots. I know they're linked to all them riots. No doubt in my mind. Antifa. I know they pay Antifa off. I'd like to prove it, but I'll tell you what, they're getting funded somehow for this. Portland got tore up by Antifa. They had to bring out pretty much their officers to kind of stronghold them and kind of try to stop them, but that didn't work. They didn't stop them. California, that's a joke right now, man. California's trying to put their state together. They wanted a red state again. Needs to be red. Washington State's another one. High gas tax, high cost of living, everything, food, you name it. It's too high, just like California. Everybody out here claims to say that they don't like what's going on here. I don't either. And many other people don't. Blue, red, on the Tea Party, nonpartisans, we're all saying the same thing. We don't like what's going on. Well, then change it. Simple as that. Change it. And don't sit on your ass, bitch about it. Get out there, do something about it. I'd like to start a 1 million man march. Take it straight to the White House. Let them see how many people are pissed. We have that right, guys. All we got to do is go out and vote the right way. Things wouldn't be so damn messed up. Blue side should want lower unemployment rates. But the way they're going, I think they like people in poverty. I really do. I think they like people in poverty. They have a way to control them. They bring out these nonprofit organizations for food, money, which welfare needs to stop. I'm tired of people sucking the system dry and using it the wrong way. It's been too long. It needs to stop. That was something that I voted for. Well, I'll tell you, piss tests on welfare should happen in every state. you know, and give them a timeline. Yeah, you can get on it, but you got to take a piss test for one. You got to do a background check too. You know, you got to make it hard on them. So they're almost forced to go out there and have to look for work. That's the way it needs to be. And that isn't being Hitler, that isn't being racist or anything. That's everyone that's on the system sucking it dry. It needs to come to a halt. Second Amendment. You like your guns? Well, I sure do. I like to go out and hunt and kill for my family. You know, I love venison. I love elk. But seeing my guns getting taken, well, that ain't going to happen. They're not taking my guns. There's no damn way. They're not going to come into my home either. They'll have a hard time even getting them. So, you know, you can read between the lines on that one. But there's quite a few of us out here that are saying the same damn thing. As far as the gas tax goes, you know, that's just a way to keep us at home, stop us from traveling. They don't like us to travel. We hear things, we see things. You know, if it was their way, they had it their way. To be honest with you, I think the Democrats want division. I think they want to have the blue side on one side of the country, the red side, and everybody else on the other side, so they can demeanor us, say shit, all kinds of stuff about us. That's just the way they are. That's the mechanics of the Democrats. They really don't care who they bash, who they slander, you know, whose family they ruin. Think about the kids they're messing up. It's all over media, the news. It's everywhere, not just Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. But it's definitely a problem. We need to get things lowered, make it to where we can survive. And we need to stop letting these Democrats think that they can control and undermine everything whenever they feel like it. And us Republicans out here claim that we're Christians. We're Christians. Most of us are. I believe it. But claim they're Christians. Okay? Think that they, you know, being a Christian, you can't stand up for your rights. That's what the Constitution was made for. It gave us power. It allowed us to speak up, defend people, our country, our rights. That's our way of living. It's been that way for a couple hundred years. But we need to get this thing going, man. We need to get the red wave going. And we need to get this red wave just flowing like an ocean, a sea. You know, we are the people. We can make a change. But we lost in these last elections. Polls because not enough of us went out and voted. I went and voted. I did what I thought was right, as should have you. You claim you care about the country. You don't like your Second Amendment getting messed with. But it shouldn't be just us going out there voting to save it, to cover your ass, basically. You know, you need to get up, go out and vote, whether you're in a wheelchair or not. Have somebody come and pick you up. Have somebody take you out there and vote. Strong arm your family. Get the ones that have been voting Democrat for years, that have been blinded. Get them to come over to the red side, their family. They'll listen. You know, everyone wants to do right for the country. So say the right thing and you'll get more people on our side. We need to take back the House and the Senate. We need to get unemployment at its record lowest. We need to get the taxes lowered, gas taxes, living expenses, taxes, the high rent needs to go. Cost of living, we need to get rid of that one. They've got the taxes up so high in food prices up so high and rent up so high that nobody can live, breathe. And living in a state like Washington State, that used to be really easy to live. Food was reasonable, gases were low. I mean, even rent was low. You rent a 2-bedroom house for 5, 6, 7, 800, not 11, 1200, more than what they get on their Social Security or SSI. You know, I work for a living now. I'm a painter out here in Pine Top, Arizona. And when I moved here, they were talking about the Obama. I moved out here when Obama was still in office. And man, to be honest with you, I couldn't hardly find work because he had everything all jacked up. And when he lost the election, when he got out of the office, the White House, and Trump came in a few months after, things went a lot better. And then I went to work for BDW, and guess what? Saw more on my pay. You know, I was working for the same wage when Obama was in office, driving back and forth, hour and a half every day, driving clear down to the Phoenix area. And man, I was debating myself whether or not if I should keep doing it, because between the gas and my lunches and just everything on my debit card, seemed like it wasn't even worth it to go down there for that hour and a half drive. But now I drive about an hour and 15 minutes on the same wage that I was making in Mesa. And I hardly even notice any of the money out of my check going away. So that must tell you something. From Obama time to Trump time. Less money, more money. Okay. And I just heard that they're trying to get rid of our semi-automatic weapons. They want some states to surrender clips, guns. You're not allowed to have them anymore. Oh, they're forcing you to register. You register your guns. Guess what? Government knows whose house to hit when it's time to come and collect. Just to give you that heads up. And concealed weapons permits. It's not a privilege to carry and own a gun. It's a right. Just like a driver's license. It's a privilege. It's a right. It's a right to drive. That's under the fairground rules, under your Constitution. You know, if it's your transportation to go to and from work, you know, you can do it. It says that in your Constitution. You don't need a driver's license. You don't need a concealed weapons permit. You don't need anything like that. There's certain states out here like Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, same thing. You know, we're a right to carry state. We don't need those damn concealed weapons permits. There's no need for them. We protect our families. We protect our state. It's the way it should be everywhere. But it seems like everybody wants this and that, but you know, you need to go over your Constitution a little bit and see what you can't fight for. But the Constitution pretty much waives every law that's out here out. And I'm not joking you. You really need to read your Constitution. But that Second Amendment, I will not lose my guns. And I won't stand by and let people bash on my amendment either. The Constitution. My Second Amendment, I stand by really close. Bend it tooth and nail. But there's a lot of stuff out here we need to get rid of. And California is one of them. We need to fix that state. We need to get these people so they can get their state back to red. So California can go on doing the right thing again. California used to be a really nice state to go to. But now you get pulled over all the time and this and that. So, you know, they got their state all messed up right now. Manufacturing companies leaving, going to other countries. Well, Trump has that right to fight them, and he will. GM closing down like 10 or 15 plants, 100 and something thousand people laid off. Can't blame that on Trump. Trump didn't do that, but the tariffs and all that he's supposed to be putting on them to force them to come back and open up their plants again is a good thing. You know, there's no reason for that. You know, we're trying to keep people working, not keep them homeless. So, you know, whatever their views are on what's going on right now, they need to get over it. Because it's really not doing this country any good. So, we got time till the 2020. We can all come together and start doing this a little more and put these feeds out there so everybody can see it, because there are normal people out here. I'm not rich. I like to make a good income so I feel like I'm comfortable. You know, I don't want all this money. I'd love to have a lot of money, but I think I'd donate a bunch of it off if I had to. And I just like being comfortable. And that's the way this country should look at it. You know, things are falling apart because we're not voting right. Things are falling apart because we're fighting back and forth all the time. Things are falling apart even worse because we got people out here like the Democrats stepping on the president's toes every day. You know, how can you get anything done? You know, if you got the Democrats stopping him on everything. We need the wall. We need that wall for security, safety. The people in this country have seen enough violence. And all this shit needs to stop. All right. You guys have a good day.